On June 21st, people across Canada gather to celebrate the rich culture of our First Peoples. On behalf of the Ontario NDP caucus, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people for sharing their culture and their land with us, and I encourage everyone to join us in celebrating the traditions and wisdom they have shared with us. While First Nations have shared much with us, including their land, we have not properly reciprocated. We live in a time when the scars of residential schools are still fresh. We like to pretend that these acts were decades ago, but the final residential school did not close until 1996, coincidentally the same year National Aboriginal Day was proclaimed. In our era, we robbed generations of our First Peoples of their culture. We created wounds that have made many turn to alcohol and prescription drug abuse, which have become an epidemic in communities across Canada and across Ontario. Conditions on many reserves mirror that of third world countries where housing is drastically short, infrastructure is crumbling, and schools and water treatment plants sit in disrepair. Rather than the nation-to-nation relationship that we promised, we have shunned, pushed away, and hid our First Peoples on reserves where they have been kept away from the rest of the population. Only when we find wealth, such as in the Ring of Fire, do governments begin paying attention. But that relationship, once again, does not live up to the nation-to-nation promise, but is more a case of giving take-it-or-leave-it offers of table scraps to our forgotten peoples. Even today, the people of Grassy Narrows and White Dog First Nation are gathered outside asking for the government to help address the long-term consequences of our irresponsibilities. Yet rather than being welcomed in to enter into a discussion, they're left out in the cold. June 21st is a day to celebrate the diverse and unique culture of our First Nations people. But every day we should remember the commitments we made, the Crown made, to our First Peoples.